starts now.
So we're going to untie the silk. So I pull these parts at the bottom of the rescue 8 from the tail side, loosen it, and then I can take this off the top. So if I were tying the silk from scratch,
Okay, step 1.
you find the center.
On center.
I'm assuming those tails are evenish.
Tails are evenish.
Lay the figure 8 on top,
Step 2.
pull the top through. So this is the most important bit. You want to separate the tail, bring the loop between the tails,
Between the tails.
and then come back up and around. And then one twist,
One twist.
put it on the top.
Put it on the top. Pull tight.
And you really want to make sure that no parts of the wrap are on the bunny ears of the rescue 8.
Parts on the bunny ears.
So if any of this is on there,
That's not good.
or if your tail gets stuck on
That's
there,
wrong.
it's going to rip a hole.
Hole.
It's very wrong. So to make this into a hammock,
Make it into a hammock.
so I basically, in making it a silk, treat the 2 long bits as my tails.
Yes.
So to make it into a hammock, hammocks actually have 3 parts. We don't have a great hammock up right now, but so you know how a hammock has the loop
The loop.
and then the 2 tail parts?
Yeah.
So if I wanted a super tiny hammock,
Super tiny hammock.
this is now my center.
Oh.
So I pull this through,
You did it.
and then there's now that important bit of going through the center of the loop and through the center of the tails.
Separate the tails.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I turn.
Turn it.
So I go through the loop first,
Oh.
and then through the tails,
Pull.
and then one twist
One twist.
over the top.
Over the top.
This is a lot bulkier because instead of just one bit of the fabric, I
You
have
got
it
both.
doubled over. So I gotta pull everything.
No.
It's good to have 2 people, so Darnell can have the tail and the pull on that side, and we pull.
Oh.
And then I have a super tiny loop.
Super tiny hammock.
How long do you usually, I guess it just depends on how high you're hanging it from.
Yeah, it depends on how high you're hanging it from. At our other studio, we have 22-foot ceilings, so we'll tie them as long as like 14 or 16 feet because I can have a hammock that's that long and still 8 feet up potentially for like higher, more dynamic tricks. And here our ceilings are only 16 feet, so I generally tie them about 8 feet long. The shorter your hammock is, the more limiting it can be. Right, like this much loop,
You're not
there's
gonna
only
stand in that.
there's only so much movement you can do in it. If you make it super, super, super long though, and you start using more of the kind of tail part of it, it becomes a little more like a silk, which
This
would be
vid
more
is over.
interesting.
Done.
Daisy chaining.
Daisy chaining.
So I have these 2 tails.
2 tails.
Do you guys remember daisy chaining?
Isn't it just kind of how you are?
Crocheting.
Yeah, so I make that one.
1.
One of the
So I swirl my hand up towards the anchor, and then bring the tail over, pull it through.
Pull it through.
And then I keep pulling the tail through the loop I make, so it is like crocheting. Depending on how long your fabric is, you might have super, super, super long daisy chained tails.
Long tails, tiny loop.
And then at the last one, I pull it all the way through
Oh.
to kind of lock it off. And I will sometimes also like braid
Tuck it in.
Yeah, like tuck it up through, just so it's out of the way.
So it's not messy.
Mm-hmm.